Welcome to Living Clean in the Country. Today we're going to make a creamy broccoli sweet potato soup completely from scratch. So let's get started. So I'm going to take my bag of veggie scraps, which I keep in my freezer, and I just fill it up bit by bit as time goes on. And once it's full, I like to make a veggie broth. Oh my gosh, it's a veggie broth. And then I like to add 12 cups of water, put it in my Instant Pot, and set it on broth for half an hour and let it do the natural release. Now that it's all cooked, I am going to open it up and I'm going to strain it. Strain all of the extra scraps out of it and keep the water. I'm using my other Instant Pot to hold the extra water since I'm going to be going directly to making soup from this. You can always store this in a container in the fridge for up to a week, or you can also freeze it for I think about 3 months, give or take. So now that it's done straining, I'm going to bring it back over to our actual Instant Pot. And to this, I'm going to add 2 heads of, I want to say garlic, but it's broccoli. 2 heads of broccoli, including their stems, just chopped up really roughly, because I'm going to be blending this afterwards, so it doesn't have to be bite-sized pieces. If you aren't going to blend this, which it tastes delicious either way, I chop it up a lot finer so that it's a bit easier to eat. And then also 2 large sweet potatoes will be going in too. Now that that's done, we're going to add in some seasoning. So I'm going to use this 21 seasoning from Trader Joe's, about a teaspoon, and this garlic and herb salt, about half a teaspoon, and then a little bit of salt and a little bit fresh ground pepper to taste. And then we're going to add in some garlic, about probably 6 cloves of garlic, because I like it a bit more garlicky. Realize that your hands are too small to do anything with frozen garlic and exchange them for bigger ones.
Teamwork! Stay classy, San Diego.
I think I might leave that one alone. That's apparently what happens when you get bigger hands to help you out. Now try to stab off the garlic and the hands that are holding the garlic press. Now that everything's in there, we're going to give it a nice good stir just to incorporate all the flavors. We're going to put the lid back on, we're going to make sure it's sealed, and then we're going to put it back on the soup/broth setting for another 30 minutes and let it naturally release it once again. Now that it's completely cooked, I'm going to remove the lid. I'm going to gradually scoop all the soup into the blender and blend it all up. When I'm putting it in the blender, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons total, so I'm going to be splitting this in half when I'm blending it, of plain yogurt, just to add a bit more of the creaminess. Again, this is an optional step. If you want it to be dairy-free, don't add it in. But it does add a bit more creaminess to this soup. Here's where the first 2 tablespoons of yogurt goes in. And now it's ready to blend. Now that it's done blending, it's ready to serve. Just pour into a bowl. I like to top mine with some cheese and some extra garlic. Garlic? Oh my gosh, what's with me and garlic today? Extra ground black pepper. Just remember when making this, you made the broth yourself, so there won't be any sugar. Oh my gosh, there won't be any salt in it. So you can add the salt according to what you like and what your taste is. For the full recipe, for the full written recipe, please check out our website, littlefoxacres.com. It's linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.